Back here again, welcome back to Resonant Raz, but is it Resonant Raz? Ooh, I'm a bit giddy with excitement here. I'm not actually on the Resonant Raz mod pack at the minute. If you look in the video description, you will see that we are currently on the pack which shall not be named pack. We're on a test pack. Now, the LP1 server that me and the other guys play on, there's me and Beaver on at the minute, we have played on the experimental Resonant Raz build before. This is a test pack for a new Resonant Raz mod pack that is coming out in a couple of weeks. We are not allowed to give the name away. There has been some people guessing, and if you do guess correctly in the comments, I cannot confirm or deny anything. But some information has been slipped on certain videos by other people. But I shall not be saying anything until the pack is official, which might be a week or two away. But we have got, it's pretty much the same mod pack. As you can see, I've still got my base, no map reset or anything, but we've got a few extra mods in, and the extra mods are really cool. The first mod that we are going to look at, because we're going to have a race, is you poppy. Is if I open my inventory there, the first thing you're going to see is what's this? Yeah, we've got Galactic Crafting. We've got Galactic Crafting in this pack, wonderful. We've got a couple of extra things. We've got the hats mod, so we can start collecting hats. So I clearly need a top hat, don't I? I ain't got any yet, but I do clearly need the Total Biscuit top hat. And just there we go. And we have got, what else have we got? We have got Q Crafting, the very cool mod that lets you do quantum computers, which I've had in Utopia for a while. I never actually got around to playing with. And what else we've got? We've got Mr. Craze Furniture mod. Check this out. I can actually make stuff. That might have to be the first thing I make. That is going to have to be the first thing I make. And possibly a couple of other things. But I've not actually gone through Crookshanks. Why have you got a hat on? You damn cat. Try my patience already, you cat. Right, let's jump down here. Now, I did have something really cool to show you, and it's something that a subscriber of mine, Diax, told me about, and it doesn't seem to be working on the server. It kind of works in single player. Right, I need some red wool. Have I got any red wool? I can make some red wool. Sorry for the banging. There's a baby downstairs who's banging the walls and stuff. Check that out. I've got a couch. I've got a couch. Right, I'm gonna have to look at that. Awesome. Right, I'm gonna have to cut just for a second and see what all the noise is about. Back in a bit. Okay, I'm back. I've encouraged him to play with something else other than banging a plastic screwdriver on a wooden table. Anyway, right. I just made some of these curtains from the Craze mod as well while the camera was just off there. I hope you saw. Beaver said hello to everyone. Using his usual opening. Cool. I made some of these curtains. I don't really work on my windows though. But got that for a little 1 square windows. They're very cool. Right. So yeah, what I was going to do was I was going to show you this thing from Quarry Plus. But unfortunately, I cannot get it working in multiplayer. I'll show you it anyway really quick. It's this block. It's called a Placer Plus, and it's set up with a couple of things here. I'm going to do a little throw it together setup. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I wonder if you put two next to each other, the multi-block. I'll do it out here on the grass just to show you. Now, this Placer Plus, as you'd expect, it can place blocks. So if I put a block inside it, give it a redstone signal. Let's like that. Let's give that signal 1. I think 1's empty. Oh, echo test. There we go. We've got a thing for it, and that's already set to that. So if you put a redstone signal to it, it'll place a block. Yeah. What this has also got is in single player. I can get this to work, but not with all inventories. Let me actually try it with a. No, it should work. So this has got a GUI. What I can do in single player is if you right click with a remote, it puts a redstone signal to that. It opens a GUI from anywhere from anywhere. It's ridiculous. So yeah, place a plus. You make that in a laser. Quite expensive to make. I made it last night, but unfortunately it just doesn't work on the server. But I just wanted to mention it quickly. I think it was Steax who showed me that. He had it a little setup to get into the GUI of a ICBM missile from the ICBM mod that used to be in Vaults. Anyway, just wanted to show you that quickly. What I want to do before I do anything with the new stuff, and I am going to get onto Galactic Craft in just a minute, because we're going to have a race to Mars, is I want to make a quick cobble gen. Now, I'm going to do this using, that's how you make the curtains by the way, red wool and a bit of gold, but they don't work for my windows, so I'm going to chuck them in there for now. What have I done since last episode actually? I added a couple of things. I've added a storage cell in here. I've called it magic, but it's just full of, there's so many different types of mana beans. I'm actually going to have to make a separate one for mana beans. So I'm going to have one, I've put all the magic stuff into one, so the magic stuff that was in gems, stuff like Vincium dust and shards from Foundcraft, all that kind of stuff is all in a magic storage cell now. Mana beans is going to get its own, because there's like 60 odd types of mana bean, isn't they, when you add on forbidden magic and stuff. So that's pretty cool. That was added. Anything else I've done? I don't think I've done much else. This kind of works crazy. I forgot to turn it off last night. I can't get this redstone signal to work properly until there though. I turned this off I forgot to turn it off last night. I've come back and I've got 10,000 nether wart in my ME network. So, yeah, 10,000 in there, as well as the 4,000 in the beast pace. So, that's the other thing that I did. I was watching telly yesterday. I made loads of these Bibliocraft lanterns, and I've changed all the torches in here for these Bibliocraft lanterns everywhere. They seem to be doing the trick alright. I have got my night vision on, so it's a little bit dark, but I kind of like the fact it's a bit shady and dark. I think it adds to the ambience of the place a bit. Yeah, ambience. I actually said that word then. So up we go. And the only thing I've added up here is, I'll put my bed up here. I've been told that you can now tag lock from Carpenter's blocks, Carpenter's beds in the newer version. It's a gaudy bed cover in it. Lovely, nice 70s style bed cover. So there's nothing in these filing cabinets, are just there for extravagance really. So I was messing around with that while I was watching 47 Ronin last night, night before. So yeah, let's make a cobble gen. Now I was going to do MFFS with the killing room, but I have been told, and I've been told before, I forgot all about it, that Octuple compressed cobble works. What I actually want to make is Octuple compressed, and I want to try a new way of making it, and it seems to work quite nice. It's going to take a little bit of doing though. Let me have a look in fact, that's what I want to be in. Oops, wrong one. I want to be in there. I can put this stuff back in there for now. So I've got a little remote set up for later on when I want to do something with remotes. I don't need one of them, and I've got no transfer nodes. Okay, so I've used them all up. So one of the things that I want to do is make a new transfer node. Let's go to extra utilities, extra utilities, and I need a transfer node. There we go, get 4 if we do it like that. Might as well do it like that then, aren't I need some of them guys then. I might as well have 4 of these. There we go, and I'm going to want some upgrades for these. Now, I also want some upgrades for the water plant downstairs. This is something I did test in single player. Oh, what are them? Precision shears, interesting. 47 pages of stuff because of all the extra stuff that this adds now. A bit crazy. Now, these things, these speed upgrades, I'm going to need an absolute ton of redstone blocks, aren't I? Click. That. I want 2 stacks of them for now. Let's make some of these. Now, I have got these on my liquid transfer things into my big reactor downstairs. Now, I was told that 16 was the maximum. I have tested in single player, and 64 is 4 times quicker than 16. So I am going to upgrade the 3 nodes that I've got down there all to all to the 64s. I am picked 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So I'm making actually 2 stacks of these. So I need a full stack of these iron picks. Lovely. I'm going to have to get auto crafting sorted. So speaking of that, I have actually made a molecular assembly chamber. I've just got not got it connected to anything. 64, sweet. So now I can make 2 stacks of them. 64, sweet. Okay, now the next thing I want is Steve's Factory Manager. Now I am going to just make another inventory manager for this. It's easier. So what was that in the middle? Was that a redstone block in the middle? Yeah. So one of these. There we go. Steve's Factory Manager. I probably will end up having this set onto the main network when I get the main network downstairs. It's going to take so long to get the main network going. To get all the tech stuff downstairs. Yeah, mate. There's a mining age will be quick to find new origin from the I'm so sidetracked. Yeah, getting the tech stuff downstairs. I'm kind of putting it off because it's going to be such a ball ache getting all this set up again. But I should be able to cardboard box this and it won't lose too much. But once I move one thing, I'm going to have to move all of it. So I've kind of been dragging my feet with it a bit. Right, if we go down here now though, what I'm going to do, and I haven't really got a room for this. First thing I'm going to do is come down here and put my night vision back on. And so yeah, I've got these. And at the minute it's kind of messed up what I've done with the numbers in here. But I want this up to 64s. Because 64s is better than 32s. Now I just realised I actually need another 32. 64, 64, 64, 32, 64, 64. Yeah, I need some more of these. Tell you what, I'm gonna cut this real quick. They will fill up quicker now though. For now, I'm gonna borrow 32 of these back. I'll make the rest of them off camera. There we go. So we've got 64 and that, 32's in them. Right, where do we put this then? I ain't got a little room ready. I've made a molecular assembly chamber, as I said, it's just sitting there ready for when we bring the AE system down here. The control room, this is going to be the control room. It's going to have like AE down one side, my power banks on the other, I think. For now, I just need somewhere quick and dirty where I can throw this together to show you how it works. Where can I put it? Where can I put it? Right. Give me a sec, let me make a little platform down here. Okay, and we're back, and I decided to go big style. I was just going to do one of these, but I thought, well, if I'm doing it, I might as well do 4. So, I've set up I've got another little room over here, across down this side, another little 7x7 in total, well 9x9 if you include the hazard blocks, and I'm making a little vanilla cobble spawner. This is only make a vanilla cobble spawner, I believe. I hope I've done this right, so I need now lava down the middle. Perfect. So there we go. We have got a cobble spawner. Wonderful. Now I can put that away. And what I'm going to do now is, so I'm actually going to have room for 10 of these. Interesting. At the minute I'm just going to use 1, but I've got room for 10, which is nice. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have. Now how exactly do I want this? I'm going to have my Steve's Factory Manager there, which I've made it an issue already. Steve's Factory Manager is going to go there, and on top of that is going to go that. Sweet. And into that we are going to, oops, like that. Now that is getting cobble already. Sweet. And that's just do it nice and slow. What I'm going to do is, once I've got this set up how I want it, so that works, the transfer node. It's not actually breaking the block visibly. It's doing it without updating the blocks, which is nice. It's actually breaking the blocks and they're getting replaced straight away. Once I've got these in, in fact, screw it, let's bang them in. Once we've got these in, you will see that Oh, it creates blocks at a hell of a rate. Now, what we can do with this, and it's going to take a little bit of doing. So this is going to be so fast when I've got 10 of these on. Christ. Maybe. Well, I should be able to get Octuple compressed cobblestone pretty quick with this. What we're going to do, I'll do the first one, and then I'm going to do the other 7 off camera, because it's going to be a bit of a pain to do this. Now, I don't actually know if there's a way you can actually copy these. I'd like it if there was. It'd be so much easier. Right, I want my... So let's start off with trigger, input. I'm holding shift down, by the way. It lets you make these kind of grid together. There we go. So my trigger is just normal. So this is going to be compressed. So I'm just going to name them to keep it a bit easier to follow. Input is going to be from the chest. In fact, input for all of them from the chest. So yeah, if I could just copy these, it'd be nice. This is going to be exactly the same, and input from the chest there, and we are going to be asking for straight up cobble. There we go. I've whitelisted it. Now we're going to auto craft, and we're going to craft cobble, funnily enough. And we're going to put 9 of them together, like so. And that is going to get us compressed cobble. Excess inventories, I'm just going to put the chest again. It doesn't work without an excess inventory set. I don't really know what it's about, but I just always set it to whatever chest I'm using. And then in the output, we're going to go back to the chest again. Target down because it doesn't matter. And the thing when you're doing auto crafting with Steve's Factory Manager, you have to whitelist your output, otherwise it won't work. So there we are going to have compressed cobblestone. And now, if I link these together, what should happen is there's no room. There we go. So because it ran out of room, it didn't work properly. But as I make the higher levels of this, there'll be so as you can see there, it's bringing the cobble in and it's compressing it straight away into compressed cobblestone. Now I need to get the next tier done. So each one is going to be the same 4 things. So that's going to be double compressed and triple, and do the same thing over and over again until I've got all the way up to octuple. And then it's going to keep compressing the cobblestone as it comes into the chest, and it's just going to gradually make it so we'll end up at some point with a chest full of octuple compressed. I'll cut again and I'll get all these conditions in and we'll see how quick it is. Okay then, and just started lighting in as I started recording. Just doing the last one here. All I need to do now is whitelist octuple octuple compressed cobblestone, and there we go. Now all I need to do is connect these together. So I've had to squash them up like this so you can't really see what's going on, but I've connected the double one together, so now you can see that we have got cobble getting turned into compressed, which is getting turned immediately into double. Wonderful. So now as I connect these up in the Factory Manager, you will see that connect that, and I'll just compress it to there, and you'll see it now. There we go. It's made them into triple straight away, and so on and so forth. So all I need to do is connect, oops, and then 3 more down here. So 1, connect, 2, and that's wrong, isn't it? What am I doing? Oh no, yeah, that's right. Son of a bitch. 2 and 3. And now all I need to do is put them there next to that, where they should be, there, and that one, and that one. And what we've got is we've got a quintuple already. Sweet. So there we go. We are compressing like a crazy person's. And as you can see, this is massively expandable. So with 10 of these nodes, all with the upgrades, a bit expensive making the upgrades, I must admit. I am down to Jenny. I'm down to like under 1,000 iron, so I need to go mining, and that's what I'm actually going to do next. That's what Poppy's doing. Is out in the mining age looking for silicon for the Galactic Craft. We need silicon to do anything with Galactic Craft. This is the issue that I came across last time I played with it. There's are you silicon? No, you're unrefined dash. Looks very similar. Come on, silicon. Why don't I just type in silicon? It'd be so much easier. There we go. That stuff, raw silicon. Let's go find some of that stuff. So for that, I'm going to take my little mining rig out into the mining age. In fact, I'll take my digital miner. I'm going to specifically target it with a digital miner. I'm just going to leave that as 1 for now. See how quick it goes. But when I get some septuple compressed, I think it's septuple you need. I can do the walls of the wither room with it, and the wither shouldn't be able to break them. I'm actually going to try and, yeah, screw it. I'm going to expand this fully. I'm going to blow loads of redstone and gold and stuff on making this as powerful as it possibly can be. I think them pipes can keep up. I'll have to check on that. I'll have to see if this gets backed up at all. Christ. Just doing 64 at a time here. Look how slow that one is. So I'll get this upgraded. I'll take my digital miner and we'll go find some silicon, and then we'll start on Galactic Craft. Okay then, I've used all my iron up. I'm down to 1 iron ore. I wonder what I've been using all my iron on. Oh yeah, building walls. And check this out. Well, it's pretty extreme. If you remember, if you watch my videos back when I did Unleashed, I did a massive cobble gen using 1500 aqueous accumulators. I think this is already quicker. Well, it's not maybe quicker, but we've got 3 quintuple and the quadruples going up pretty quick. Yeah, it's not as quick as that other one was, but we've still got some upgrades to go. I've got 64 of the speed upgrades in each. These 2, I think them 3 have only got 16 mining upgrades. Yeah, no, them 4, okay. So I need another 3, about 4 or 5 stacks of mining upgrades to finish it off. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 with fully, oh no, 3. I've got 3 with fully stacked up, and the rest are a little bit slow. There we go. You can see we've got another quintuple there already. Got another quadruple med. So that's going pretty quick, as you can tell, and it's working really nice. Quite impressed with all that. Just keeping it all tally. So this will just go until it gets full of octuple, which might take a week or so. I don't think it's causing any hassle on the server. Where's the overworld? What? Overworld 16 milliseconds. Well, it's not changing anything there at all. I don't think it actually has any block updates. I think it just does it internally, which I think is really awesome. If that's, I think I'm not causing any hassle. If I am, I'll turn it off. But for now, look at that. Oh. Have I broke something? No. There we go. Right, so now then, I am going to head to the mining age. I'm going to go find some new chunks. I'm going to take a tesseract with me, and I am going to go and find some silicon ore. I'll meet you there. Hello again, I'm back. It's been several hours since you last saw me. Unfortunately, the house has been too noisy to record during the day, so I'm going to have to rush a little bit now, and I've run out of carpet. I've changed things around a little bit. I'll explain why now. I had a lot of Everstone around. My FPS was getting really low, and I'm not saying it was all the Everstone's fault, but I had quite an excessive amount of it around. So I've got rid of all my Everstone, and my FPS seems to be better. So I was really struggling, especially around this area. So I've just opened this up. What I've done instead is I've made some of these ethereal platforms, and if we head down, so there's 2 ethereal platforms, and then below that there is a arcane levitator from Thaumcraft. These are all very cheap. Very nice and cheap to make, and it goes 10 blocks. The ethereal platform, you can walk over it, so up here you can't actually tell because it's at its limit. If you press shift, you drop down through it, whereas this one, if you stand on it, it does actually push you up. So I maybe need like a glass cylinder around that, so it's like a tube. But yeah, that's like, while I'm in the house, let me just show you a couple of things I've been messing around with earlier. I had a look at the Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod. Check this out up here. It's not the best. It's a little bit vanilla looking, but it's cool. Check this out. I've got a nice little living room up here. Nice little dining area, I guess. Right. Coffee table, Mr. Crayfish. Yeah, wooden coffee table. Some of these couches that I made one of earlier. And these over here, we've got a nice cabinet. We've got a radio that if you press the button on the front, it cycles for all the different vanilla records, which is very cool. Let's have some smooth jazz on. What's that one called? Begins with S, I think, doesn't it? Yeah, smooth jazz. And this is amazing. Watch this. TV. Prince Adam of Eternia. Bit of He-Man there. About to sing the "Ah yeah yeah" song. We've got an Iron Cat, and we've got the old test transmission. Sweet. So yeah, and a little bit more upstairs. A couple of bedside lamps and a couple of bedside cabinets. So yeah, nice little fun mod. Anyway, so what I was doing earlier, I was going to get some silicon. I was going to start in Galacticraft. Unfortunately, the config was set to not spawn any of the Galacticraft ores in the world. So that's set right for aluminium, copper and tin, but we do need the silicon because it does gate you. Without the silicon you cannot make a compressor, which you cannot make the plates with, which you cannot make a rocket with. So you get very much gated if you don't got any silicon. Hopefully we'll be able to do that tomorrow, or from when you're watching this. Hopefully we'll be able to get onto the moon on the stream. I'm going to go straight to the moon and go try and get straight to Mars. I ain't going to bother making a moon base. I want to test a couple of things. I do, if I can. I want to live on a space station. I'm hoping with a enhanced portal people can come to it. I'm hoping I don't have to invite them on. If I have to invite them on, I don't know. I think I might just do something hovering above the moon instead in the sky, or above Mars. But I'd like to see it so that people can come to my base without being invited, to be honest. You know? So what I'm just going to do now is I'm just going to do a little bit of changing around of my power. Now I've done some work downstairs. Like I said, I've been on all day, but it was just too noisy. As you can tell by the nephew banging earlier, he never really quieting down. He's at that stage where he likes banging things. I have to get him a drum kit, I think. What I'm going to do is, I think it's time to move all my power downstairs. Now this is going to be an issue for a short while. What I need to do with that one, I have no idea why that keeps heating up. Is that the one? No, I want the Christ, which one? Energy receive, no. Receive, there was that one. Energy send, yeah. So, I actually want that to be send and receive, don't I? So let's send receive that. Power wise. I think that's correct. And let's move this downstairs. So what I'm going to do here, a couple of things I'm going to do. I've got a bit of everstone left, a little bit there. There's two blocks there and there's 2 blocks over there. So I've got 6 blocks left. I've got rid of the rest. So if we come down to the base, I've started doing the long arduous task of getting all my tech down here. It's going to take time. It's going to take time and it's boring video. So what I've started with is I've got 7 more of these chemical sets for the mechanism for the ore washing. Now these don't have upgrades. The rest of the stuff, the factories can all be upgraded once you've got certain parts of it done. So Sod's Law says Aiden will probably add speed upgrades to these as soon as I've got all this set up. But I've made a second set of sulfur processing here to make the sulfuric acid. So the sulfuric acid actually comes out of there as a gas. Now I have decided to pump that straight into there. I was going to put it through another one of these, turn it to liquid, but I think I'll be alright doing that. I think this might keep up with 2 of these, so I'm going to go with 2 of these. I've got one upstairs still, so that's the other one's going to go here, and then the other processing stuff's going to go around there. The HCl I think I'm going to store as liquid, which means I'll use another one of these rotary condensators, and actually that's going to want to be that way, isn't it? Water to water vapour, I think. The HCl I think I'll store as liquid. So I've done that. Come down here. Christ, look at this, man. It was 9 in the morning last time you saw me. It's now 7 at night, so it has been a good few hours. But we're nearly halfway there. nearly halfway to Octuple already, so that's pretty cool. And right, what I'm going to do now then is power wise. How many of these I've got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want one more of these, I think. I watched Bevo's video earlier, and it's something I didn't know. You can use the vanilla redstone comparator to get a signal out of these when they're empty. So that's what I'm going to use when I get my head around how to do it. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to pull that off there, and I'm going to add an extra couple of power taps to this. Do I want to bring them down one? No, I'll leave it as it is. So break the glass either side of this one, and I've got another couple of power ports there and there. So with 3 of these we should be getting out 30,000. Where do you do that? We should be getting out 30,000 RF when this is all turned on. So I need to set these right. So these will all want to be output down, output down, output down, and output down. And then I'm going to have another 3 underneath there. And then I'm going to have the power line going underneath and round, and then up to the rest. Now, I'll show you what I'll do with the power over there, in fact. So that's the kind of theme I'm going to go with for this entire thing is... break that blood light. So I'm going to make one more of these. For now, I am going to have to make sure I can get power into this Tesseract. The one that's send only. Energy, receive... Energy send only. So this one's going to have power for now, because that's what's powering all the stuff upstairs. So I'll kind of have that just for now there. And I want some power line. So I'm going with sticking with the same material, the same type of stuff. I'm going to go with that power type all the way through. And just for now, I'm going to make this. I kind of want it a little bit scruffy down here. I want wires and cables showing. So now we'll do that. That's too far. Come on, break. We'll have that there. We'll break that. We'll break that. So this one wants to be putting power to the side. That's correct. And then we'll have one on this side putting the power to the side as well. And that won't put power downwards. So that can still power all the stuff upstairs. And I need to make one more of them. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll run the power line around here and run it up under this slope, pretty much like I've done with the cable here. So I've run the cable across some of these areas. I've run it into so it can come into this room. This is a Steve's factory manager, of course. I'm actually going to need it that way because that's the same room. So it doesn't have to go in twice, does it? So we'll bring that across. So this is going to run. So see, it's running up here under this central building across to here. That's just going to need ME cable and nothing else. And then it runs across. I don't know if I need it for the reactor, but I certainly need it for here. So as you can see underneath here, I kind of want all the wires like this, so you can see them through the floor. So this is the pressurized tube that's going to be putting the sulfuric acid in. This is of course the power to all the machines down here. And this is a Steve's factory manager that's connected to do the input output once I've got the control down here. So that's what I'm going to do. Underneath the floor's 3 thickness because I want power lines, I want ME cable, and I want Steve's factory manager. That's the plan. So there's that bit done. So we can put power into that there now. And and I can fill this up. We can actually see it going a bit better. So now this should spin up a bit better because it's got all 3 of these to fill up. Why are you facing the wrong way? There you go. So, is that even working? Yeah, I'm guessing it's putting power. Yeah, that one's filling up. So once there's 3 of these, the bottom ones will fill up a bit easier. I might... In fact, yeah, I will. I'll have that. Yeah, I'll do that there. But the other thing I want to do with this is I'm wasting a lot of water here. Now, this setup I've got here, with all this, it's a bit extreme. I should be able to get away with just one of these if... Now, someone told me in a comment, I'm sorry, I forgot to make a note of your name, that they've got a closed loop on this and the water's going back in. What I've been doing is I've been dumping the water just because I never got around to sorting it out when I put this together. So this water's getting dumped. If I send this water straight back into there, it might even keep up. Let's have a look. So I'm going to change a couple of settings here. This is more of a test than anything else. So what we're going to do is we are going to... So what's this one? This is set to Steam. Okay, so it's the other side that I want. This room is never going to work this size. So that's water. So let's... Right, that's going to work then. So what I want to do is over here, I'm going to change this reactor around a little bit. Now I need to keep it tidy, so unfortunately I have to pull that one off as well. Break that. So I'm going to want an input and an output. So if I click that with an empty hand, nope. Click it with a wrench, nope. Need to get the thing back together first away. There we go. So that's an input, that's an output. So many tesseracts. Item fluid blocked. Fluid receive only. Frequency free. I think that was the Steam. And then we want this to output on frequency 2. So let's try this. So frequency 2 was the water. We want liquid send only, and we want energy mode blocked. Yeah. And now I come around here. Just disable this for a minute. So let's put that to high. So that won't be putting any water out at all. That's disabled. Now if we turn the power on, let's see, does it keep up? No chance. Right. So that don't work. So that was getting water back from there. That was the only place it was getting. I don't know what Poppy's there having a bit of a complaint about something. So let's now try something different then. Let's, for fun, brick all these and put this to 2 back on again. So we'll ignore redstone. So now that's putting water in and that's putting water in. So we're getting 2 lots, we're getting 2 water sources. So now will it keep up? And yes, oh yes, it will. Now, in fact, that's perfect. Look at that, awesome. So I've just got all of them back, which is nice. Now, what I had this set for was it was set so that it was dumping water when it could, vent overflow only. So I didn't have to actually change anything because now it's got somewhere for the water to go. The water's going somewhere, and that actually looks better than it did, doesn't it? That's handling that better, and I've got some materials back. Perfect. Running at the right temperature. Everything's good. So now I'm going to cut camera. I'm going to make a couple more of these guys so I can actually get this set to exactly how I want it. And get some kind of redstone control on this so that it turns itself on and off when it needs to. Wonderful. Yeah, all good. Back in a bit. Okay then, unfortunately I'm going to have to leave it there because I'm running out of time and I want to get this video uploading overnight. So I've added an extra couple of redstone energy cells. Now it wasn't really working, I don't know why. But, when I was using the universal cable, I didn't seem to be getting power into that tesseract. So I changed it, and I've now moved it over there and put it straight in the back of that resonant energy cell anyway. So basically what I've got is a big buffer of 6 energy cells that I might make into 9 if I'm being honest, and run power out the bottom of them. And then they all go into this one, and then the power will come out of there, both to the factory this way and to my remote power that way. So this is going to be the one where I'm going to actually try with the comparator thing, and I might have to use a sticky comparator from redstone paste because I think that'll go upside down. I'm going to try that on there and see if I can get that working, but I'm going to have to do that tomorrow. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope it's entertaining, and hope you like the way the direction the pack's going. It's a very exciting time for us playing it, and hopefully you'll enjoy it too. tomorrow, sorry, today, when you're watching this, shortly after this, there should be a live stream where I hope to go to the moon at least, and possibly to Mars. Cool. Cheers. Bye.